What is up, everybody? Welcome back to CMS2021. And in this episode, I'm going to do something different. I'm not going to be going for a car that I know I want to build. Instead, I'm going to set a budget. The car, when I buy it, cannot be more than I want to start with $20,000. Now, this car has a couple rules. It cannot be a hypercar, so no Paganis, no Wyra, no Zonda, stuff like that. I think Aston Martin should be fine, but I know like Koenigsegg, obviously in the previous video, Lamborghinis are fine, but no Koenigsegg, stuff like that. The Audi R8 is also fine. But no hypercars. It can only be supercars or sports cars. The car itself, when I buy it, must be less than, actually, scratch it. It must be less than $10,000. And it must do really well on the racetrack and the drag strip. But the car itself, not the new, not like a dealership car, but like the car as its condition sits, must be less than $10,000. So, if I can get a really good deal on an Aston Martin Vantage, hopefully, usually the junkyard has really cheap stuff. So, that's probably one of the places I'm going to check. So far, I'm not going to have a budget for how much money I'm going to spend repairing the car. Just a budget on how much the car costs. If you want to see one of those videos in the later future, please comment below. And I'll do one of those videos. So maybe not enough upgrades, or maybe reusing some of the parts that it came with. Stuff like that. But right now, just a base car, just the car as we see it, must be less than $10,000 and cannot be a hypercar. So, let's go find this vehicle. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. There's no way I got this under $10,000 and I must be cheating. But I am here to prove to you guys that I am not cheating. I bought the car by price of $9,300. $9,300. You can clearly see as day that I did not go over $10,000. The body value is $1,000 and it has $7,000 worth of parts on it. No performance parts. Condition bonus is $36. So you guys can clearly see that I did not go over the budget. That being said, I did get a pretty dang good deal for a Lamborghini. Let's start the disassembly process. Do you have a side skirt? No, you don't have a side skirt. Do you have fenders? No, but you do have a door. I think that's everything. I'm going to transform this thing into a Superleggera. Which means we're going to have to freaking tune the fuck. Oh, oops. Out of the freaking car engine. Oh, nope. We're gonna go with this, and the windshield. Front bumper, Superleggera. Hood, Gallardo. Fender. Headlight. The other headlight. Fender. The windshield. The door, Gallardo door. Oh. Come on. Superleggera. This one. This bad boy. The engine cover. The rear window. The trunk. Oh my gosh. Okay, apparently got the clear. This Superleggera one. This. Ooh, the trunk window. Oh my gosh. We're gonna put a damn spoiler on the fucker. Why not? This. Car part 3. I think we already got one. And boom. That is the Superleggera for ya. Okay, anyway, now we need the interior, which I think both for racing and drag racing, we do need a 5-point harness, which is clearly over here, and we need a racing wheel, which should be this. That seat is not going to cut it, boys. Here, full-blown racing. We are sitting on the floor. Wait, is it a menu? Hold on, is it a menu? Oh, I don't think it's a manual. Oh, come on, it's not a manual, bro. Oh, I mean, we do have paddle shifter, so that might be the gear select. I mean, I don't know Lamborghinis. They usually don't have a little control column in the center. Car wash. Let's go for a car wash. An interior wash. Oh, yeah, it is purple. What color are you? You are like neon green. Um, I don't know, bro. I don't know. You know what? Fuck it. We're gonna make this gold. Fuck it. We're making it gold. Go to car lifter, get the welder and the tint machine over here. Ah, yes, that is much better. Where's the tint machine? I'm going to tint the living fuck out of this car. Now we've got to upgrade the engine, which means adding every single fucking part, 3-starring it, and yeah, hopefully the transmission and the drive axles can really handle the power we're going to throw at this bad boy. Because it's going to be on race tires, I think. I'm going to have different sets of tires. So on the racetrack, I'm going to have race tires, and on the drag strip, I'm going to have the semi-slick tires. So just so it has an even chance on both terrains. But let me go ahead and get the engine overhauled. I'll be right back. Alright, here we go. We got the engine here from the manufacturer, from the tuning company. They say it's rated for 1,000 horsepower. But yeah, we're going to see if we can push that limit. A drag car or a race car are not necessarily reliable, per se. Um, they have a ton of power, but they're not that reliable. I think race car engines are done after one race. Drag engines are just done after the pass. So, reliability is not really their thing. But we can get an empty transmission. Beef it up over here. I don't know why I have an extra roller. But we do need an extra starter. Here. Starter V8. This we really don't need to beef up. Maybe drawing a tiny bit more power. But honestly, we probably also need to strengthen the drive lines and everything. But I'm gonna do that later. I'm not gonna make you guys watch me do that, so I'll be right back. Oh, I'll be right back. Alright, so I've got the engine up here. Obviously I didn't have it filled with liquid yet, but I have literally upgraded every single piece. Every single thing that can be performance upgraded has been upgraded 3 stars. Like every single piece. That is quite a bit of upgrades. Let's go ahead and fill these things up. I think we do need to replace all the suspension. Because if we're launching with this much power, yeah, weak ass, freaking 100,000 mile suspension just ain't gonna cut it. Actually, how many miles does this car even have? 113,000, yeah. That suspension is just not going to be able to cut it. So we are going to fill up in the fluids because we need all the fluids we can so the engine doesn't blow up during the run. But it can blow up after the run all of us. So we're not going to be putting it under that stress anymore. We're going to have to rebuild the engine if we want to take it out again. But that's just the money you have to invest when you're either racing or drag racing around the track or going down drag strip. That's the kind of money you're going to have to be willing to spend. It's rebuilding your engine every fucking time you take it down the track. Fill her up here. There you go. And I think we got a washer fluid over here as well. I've also went into the code files and got 4 radiators for this car. Because it's so high performance, it needs all the radiators it can get to cool this bad boy down. We got 2 in the front here, cooling down all these suspension components and the battery. And then obviously we got 2 high performance ones in the back to cool down the engine. So I'm going to go ahead and get the suspension redone. Jesus Christ. Because 100,000 mile suspension probably is going to break on the first run after all the torque and load we're going to be putting on it. So I'll be right back. And I'm going to rebuild this suspension. Alright guys, so we got the Lamborghini all tuned up here. I chose black rims because obviously that's pretty dang good. Looks pretty dang good. Now let's start the dyno test. Oh, 982. I was definitely expecting some more power here. I'm going to go ahead and see what else I can do because I do want to really break the 1,000 horsepower limit. So I'm going to see if there's anything I forgot to upgrade, and I will be right back. Alright guys, so I went back, and there's a couple of things that I forgot to upgrade, but now it makes 1,200 horsepower, so that's quite a bit of a jump here. Let's see how it does on the racetrack. is this guy's arch nemesis, dude. Like, good lord. I might have to put semi-slicks on this bad boy. But that was our run for the racetrack. It's not the best, definitely. We did a 154 spot. Now let's take it to the drag strip, and hopefully we can dominate a little bit more there. Alright, so we're here at the drag strip. I'm actually going to do this 1v1, something I just discovered last CMS video that makes it pretty good. They match your speed, or they match your car's level of performance in this mile drag race. So I think that's a pretty good shout here. Of course, it's not going to be like a series of drag races, but it's a lot closer matched performance between the two vehicles. So I think this will do it pretty good. So let's check it out. Well, it didn't do well on the drag race either. So overall, I think I lost this challenge. It didn't do good on the racetrack. It lost to the Wire Tempesta on the drag strip. I think we're gonna call this fail. So every single time I fail a challenge, my budget for the broken down car increases by $5,000. So since I failed the $10,000 challenge, my new budget is now $15,000. And if I win, the budget goes down by $5,000. So, yeah. So the next episode, I'm gonna do a $15,000 build with another car. It might get interesting. I mean, it's not. I mean, it's a Lamborghini though. Like, well, the Wire does look better than the Toyota, but it's a Lamborghini. You can't argue with a Lamborghini. So, anyways, guys, I'll see you guys in the next episode in this series.